Yeah, so today we're just talking about Macking ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Macking ain't going nowhere. So if y'all ain't out there talking to women, y'all just wasting a lot of time as far as I'm concerned. Now, I do understand that these guys are out there, saying what they saying and stuff, and it's cool. People got their thoughts, and I am not going to wait, let me see. Yeah, chat. Okay, cool. Nobody's here anyway, so it don't matter. Okay, cool. Let me see. What is that for? Uh, Let me think. Yeah, so I'm on my way to Osaka. Meet up with one of my friends from England. Let's go out there and have a good time. Uh, yeah. So anyway, a lot of the things that these guys were saying, I guess the only reason there are a number of reasons why. Some is because that's the way they feel. Maybe some guys have went through a lot of things with women, divorce and child alimony and things like that. Um, I went through that, you know. Uh, yeah, I went through that with child alimony, 3 times married, 3 times divorced. My first kids only. Hey, what's up? What's up? Come up, come up. Oops, I guess something came. I put the S. I don't know what that was, but I guess somebody come up. That was interesting. Huh. I wonder what was that. So anyway, maybe someone tried to come in. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Uh, huh. But anyway, a lot of guys are going through it. But you guys have to, hey, what's up? What's up? I sent some links to my Facebook if you want to come live. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just talking about Mackin ain't going nowhere. A lot of guys are in here talking about not wanting to talk to women because they're gonna be broke and all of that stuff. Man, y'all better talk to these women. Because sometimes a lot of women that a lot of these guys talk to, I can understand they may or may not like them, or the women might not like them, but out there's this thing called selection, you know, and these guys are. There's a difference between selecting and wanting, because you can. How they say, I don't want to say it. I can't say it on here, but hey, what's up? Give me some stars. Give me some stars, you guys. I tried to make it where you can join. If you got the link, it's on my Facebook. I send a link for people to join and things like that. But anyway, hey, welcome. Give me some start. I mean, some thumbs up. I have 2 channels. I started a new one from Japanese to English. That's the name of it. Go over there, subscribe. I need 50 people to go in there so I can go live and stuff. And I have one called Subjects and Verbs 1, 2, 3, 4 to Infinity, and that is for kids to. I mean, that's going to help. I'm going to go in and show kids how to match subjects and verbs and stuff, and things like that. So Mackin ain't going nowhere. You guys get out there and talk to these women. A lot of these guys are on here talking about how they're not going to talk to women and not going to have kids, and people complain about alimony and things like that. But you guys got to be real. You know yourself. Some people. It's like back in the old days, during pimp your car era, and the guys are dressing really nice and taking women out and things like that. And a lot of guys are spending a lot of money to get women. And now I know I've said some comments like, "Man, y'all going like way too far, to get a woman." Now, the difference between getting dressed, going out, and wanting to be with a woman, that's cool, because you don't dress well to impress another person. You dress well to make yourself feel good. Whatever you're wearing is going to be a statement of how you're feeling or how you want people to perceive the way you're feeling. And that is it. And if you go out there and you want to um, get a woman to become interested in you because of what you're wearing, because of the car you have, then that's going to be signaling to them, well, I got this, I'm attracting you because of this. But if you lose it, or she gets tired of looking at the car or whatever and she leaves, then the guys are going to be like, oh, what's going on? But you, her, you enticed her by something that was not permanent, just something that's temporary. And you don't do that. And it's funny how so many years it flipped to what's going on now, but you don't do that. And a lot of my friends, I used to have a couple of friends out here. I mean, I still have friends, but one went back to the States, one is here. And we used to always talk about that, how you got to impress women to get them and things like that. And I'm like, no, no, you know, there are four natural things that happens when men and women are walking down the street. And this is the most obvious one. Okay, I'm gonna give you two. One, you remember back in the old days, maybe your mom or dad probably told you if you're not old enough, that a lot of women, especially black women, well, I can talk about black women because I don't know anybody else, but I'm sure it should go across all cultures and stuff. But the women would tell the guys to make them laugh. And I distinctly remember a lot of guys saying, I'm not going to make her laugh. I'm not going to make her laugh. And things like that. Ooh, wait. Let me see. I don't even know where my chat is. If I don't have chat on here, I'm be so sad because I'm supposed to have chat on here. Whoa. Right at the line. I'm supposed to have chat on here. Yeah, I guess. Live chat. Okay, I guess no one's chatting. Okay, and so what it is I forgot what was that. But if you're going back in like to pimp your day, your car days and stuff, if you're going to dress nice, of course, people like style. People like fashion. So of course, a woman might walk up and say, "Oh, you look good in that." Well, I used to have women say, I make the suits look good." I remember one lady told me that. I started laughing. But if they say you look good in that, that is giving you a compliment on how you're dressed. But that doesn't mean that she's really interested in your character. Okay. And so back in the old days, when black women used to say to black men, "Make me laugh," a lot of bros didn't do it. Like, I'm not about to make you laugh. I'm not about to make you laugh. And I don't know how many years ago, but it was this talk show on Facebook, I think it was. And this woman got on there, and it was, back then it was like a lot of black men and women problems and stuff, but it didn't get to the extent of what it is now. And a lot of men just didn't. There were a lot of black men who just didn't know how to talk to women. And so I went on there and I said, well, a lot of guys are complaining that they can't get a woman, but a lot of them don't really take the time to realize that there are a lot of women out there asking these men to make them laugh, or they're asking these men to pretty much, how can I say, be with them, in so many words, right? And these guys, they're not really taking the time to understand what that means. So when I went on the that radio show, I told the lady, I said, listen, when black women used to tell men to make them laugh, these guys when those hormones get to flow, she gonna grab the first man that's next to her. Or it could be a woman, but I want to say man, and she gonna grab him. And it's funny. I mean, you guys try it. Just try it. It really does happen. And of course, the husband's going to get mad. What you grabbing him? And she's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing." And that is an instance. If you make a woman laugh, that's pretty much means your chances of actually being able to be with her, unless you got a boyfriend or something. That's only boyfriend, no matter, but like a husband, because you really shouldn't mess with women who are married. Especially in the states. It's kind of dangerous. Or in the Western thought countries and stuff like that. Well, many countries, I guess, you shouldn't mess with them. But let's say like a woman who is not married. Okay, um, if she reaches out and grabs you, you know, the chances of you and her at least being able to go on a date and have fun. I mean, fun, not going on a date. What's your name? What kind of job? I mean, just like talk like your homies and stuff. Where you known each other for a while. That 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 level is immediately at 50% because she reached out and touched you. Okay. A woman is not going to touch you if there's no excitement there to do it. She's going to reach out and touch you. Then there's this other one. And this is the one that frequently we all do. When you walk in down the street and a woman looks at you, you look at a woman, you can tell that she's been looking at you for more than 5 seconds. How long does it take for her to think whether or not she could or could not, be with you, sleep with you, I should say? And this is adult content and consensual, consensual sleeping together. And well, even though we know some women are kind of bossy, but how can I say that? Uh, but how long does it take? Most guys know that some people say like a minute or whatever. It's instantaneously because she's not going to be walking by you for a whole minute. Some people say 10 minutes, like for a whole 10 minutes. Once she passed you, she can be looking at somebody else. But if you know that it's instantaneously, what's the next thing you're supposed to say out your mind? Out your mouth. What's the next thing you're supposed to say? And I've asked that, and I haven't met one person who actually, I think maybe only one guy told me what the answer was. But I mean, I get like, what's your name? And do you want to go out to eat? Can I have your number? I'm laughing. I'm like, no. And then I'll tell those guys, I'm saying, see, this right here, this little simple test is letting me know that you don't know the number one thing about talking to two women. You don't know what the number one thing is. And if you already know that, then what are you supposed to do? So I'm not going to say it on here though, because I want to get that secret out. But it's funny. I've asked a lot of people, and the bros or whoever, white guys, Vietnamese guys, Asian guys, whatever, all the Earthlings, males and stuff. I ask them that, and I'll tell them what it is, and they laugh. And you know what's funny is because when I tell them, they know it's right, and then I'll ask not all of them, but some of them. I'll say, so if you know that, would you actually go up and say this one thing to the women? And they're like, because if they do say it, and if it comes back positive, then it's going to put the whole macho, I'm the man, I'm supposed to be the leader of the house. It'll actually put that type of, how can I say, I don't want to say command, that duty. I don't know what's the correct word for it, but it's going to put it in your hands, in that guy's hands. And now that he knows what the answer is, now it's up to him to move. Okay. But then how many men are ready on the spot to just go out with a woman just like that? You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Going out to dinner or whatever, it don't matter. But how many men are, just out there BSing around? Like sometimes you watch those videos where these guys, well, I remember this one guy, he went, I think it was out in Beverly Hills, and he had a nice car and everything. And this one lady, she seemed, she was dressed really nice. She went into a store. She came out. Well, I think he went in the store. He went in the store and he was talking to her, and he thought she was a gold digger, and she wasn't actually a gold digger. She was really pretty. I don't know what country it was, but she was from her culture, I forget. But it looked like something like from the Middle East. But anyway, she was really bad. So he came out the store. She came out the store, and even though he was still Even though this guy was still dedicated to his wife, he had to talk to her because mentally she was a woman. And most guys don't realize that when you're talking to a female, you want to talk to the ones who are mentally mature. A lot of these guys are talking to these females, or a lot of these, these adult females who are not mentally mature. A woman, I mean, when an adult female become mentally mature, that's when she's labeled a woman. When a man, an adult man, mentally matures, that's when he is now labeled a man. And any man and any woman, if they're walking down the street and they see each other, the vibes are going to be there. They're going to understand. He can walk right over to her and say, "Let's get married," and she'll say yes, or she can walk right over to him and say, "Let's get married," and he'll say yes, because they already understand what to do. There's no arguments. There's always cooperation. The room for error is there. The room for exploration is there. And then plus, being a man, which means mentally mature, you know that there's going to be situations where she might have to leave you, whether you got kids or not. So I made this one video where I talked about this, and I said, this said like this mentally mature man, or I'll just say man, and this woman get together, and they pop it off, right? But then she has her business, and it takes her overseas. This man is not going to tell her, "Oh, please don't go over there and mess around and blah 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 blah." He's not going to do that. He's going to say, "I know you're going to go over there, and you're going to have fun. And I know there are going to be other men, mentally mature men, who will be attracted to you." Okay. So if you go over there and you date them or you do whatever you do, that's fine. If you think you can elevate higher and to a level higher than me and you want a divorce, fine. But before we do that, let's make the, trust funds for the kids, put money away from the kids, because it's all about the kids. When you get married, you're supposed to make preparation for the kids. Or if you don't have money, because like me, I pay my child support for my first kids. The kids here now, they old enough, so I don't have to pay. But I paid, well, a lot of money on child support, like $700 a month, when I was only supposed to, average between $700 to $600 a month, when I was only supposed to pay at 300, right? But I'm not going to just send my kids 300. That's looking bad on me. you know, like, "Dad, you so cheap. You only going to send us $300 a month?" I can't see any comments. I'm so sorry. But oh, yeah, I can't see any comments. Wait, let me see. I wonder why. 'Cause somebody did want to come out here. But anyway, I'm sorry. So, wait, let me check. Push this other icon. What is this other icon is saying? At least 1 minute of video is needed. Oh, okay. I don't know what they're saying. But anyway, he'll say to her, you know, but anyway, I'm just going to the finished story. And I'll say, he'll tell her, but he'll say, "Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about, the money, right?" So when you get together, the first thing when you marry, the first thing you're supposed to do, if you know you're going to have kids, set that stuff up for them kids. And there's all kinds of stuff out there that you're supposed to really be doing this stuff. And just set that stuff up for the kids. And they would have did it because, as soon as they got together, that'd been the first thing they would have talked about. "Okay, I like you. I know we can get married. I know things are going to work out, but things are going to change. So if me and you fall out of alignment, that's a natural. It's okay. It's nothing wrong. Just as long as we have together, we just party and enjoy to the max. But when things fall apart, we're gonna, let's both put in to contribute to the well-being of our children, and that's it. There's not going to be no fighting it with the kids. And if she takes the kids, you'll be able to see the kids anytime. Or if you take the kids, you'll be able to see the kids anytime. If both of you remarried to another man, if you married to another woman and she marries to another man, then your partner, her partner already knows that you got kids, and the kids' mother going to be around, and you're going to accept that. You're going to accept that. That's just going to be part of the deal, because you can't take a person without their history. You can't take a person without their feelings and things, right? And so there are a lot of people who will do that. It's like, before it was, I don't know if they're still doing it now, but there was a time when, I used to meet some guys who were actually living in a house with two or three women, and they all got along. They didn't fight or anything. They just did what they did, and they got along. If one wanted to leave or somebody wanted to leave, it was okay. It was no problem, but everybody was still friends and stuff like that. So when I made that video, my whole point was that even though you could find a perfect man or woman, I'm talking about man for the women, women for the guys, things might happen that's going to make you separate. And so you always have to plan not for the separation itself, but for any kids that might be there. Because if you, let's say like you who watch right now, you and your wife right now, y'all, both of you are mentally mature. Y'all making pull it in 100 mil every 6 months. Every 6 months, you're pulling 100 meals. And after 3 years, she said, you know what? I have some other things I want to do, and it might lead to a divorce right later, but I'm not sure. But I'm just letting you go. You're supposed to say, oh, cool, baby. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you got to do, you got to do. I'm not a hater, And I was in this room on Clubhouse, and they're talking about it's about self building or something like that. And I forgot what the topic was, but it was like, how would you deal with maybe something about, let me think. Um, how would you deal with something like, um, oh, not breaking up. Oh, when you have situations that happen that are like really shocking. So I went on there and I said, well, I was married 3 times. And I remember once I came home early from work and my wife, I opened the door and this guy that she was messing with, I didn't know, but she was messing with, he was putting his shirt on. She just come walking out the room. And I just started laughing. I am not lying. I started laughing. And I told them, I didn't go, but I was going to ask me if you wanted to stay for dinner. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew who I married, So I mean, I didn't know she was gonna do all that stuff, but it didn't matter because I love myself more than anything else. And I'm not going to allow her activities that she wanted to do to make me mad. And what I said to them, I said, even though she did that, I laughed. I said, because I made up in my mind a long, long time ago, and I think I was like 20, I don't know, maybe 24 something at that time, then why should I get upset because my wife or girlfriend out there with some other dude having fun? Why would I get upset? She out there having fun, I'm mad. That would make me a hater. I am not a hater. And I understand that, quote unquote, what society says I'm supposed to get upset and blah, blah. I am not going to harm no bro for messing with no other woman. No, I'm not going to do that. Whether she were the one, she was a white woman, but I'm not going to do that. And it doesn't matter any man. I'm not going to get upset because I know that's what it is. I am not the most perfect man on the world in the world. I'm not the most handsome. Now I will say that I do have what's that called? I do have a lot of what's that called? A lot of wow, this guy is driving fast, and I want to slow up because I don't want to drive so fast. But anyway, what did I say? I don't care what she doing. My peace is number one in my life. My peace. I am not going to let once my peace is gone. No, I can't do that. And so I was going to ask him to stay to dinner, but God was like, "No, you can't do that. That's too far." I started laughing. And he left. I didn't say anything to her, just went about my business and stuff, like whatever. But, when I first found out, I was upset and started, yelling for like 2 minutes and I got this migraine headache. And that's when I decided, wait a minute, what's going on here? Wait, this woman is going to do whatever she wants, you know, and we didn't even get together for love or nothing like that. We were like just good friends and stuff like that. And I didn't care what she did when we were just quote unquote dating, but I mean, like quote unquote dating. It wasn't even really dating. I don't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even care. So why am I going to marry her? And she wanted to marry me. And because I asked her, because she went to the military, and I was like, "You want to get married or what?" But I'm expecting her to say, "Hell no," you know. But she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Damn, why'd I ask her that shit? Thought of something else." And then when I was in the military, she joined, so I joined, and then basic training. She sent me a letter saying that, hey, she didn't want to marry, and I was like, oh, sad, because the day before, all these guys are like, oh, you know, my wife, my girl do that, I'm gonna be sad, blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, she did that to me, I won't be sad, man. The fact, I just turned the letter up. She give me the next one, man. The next day, a letter came. I mean, I swear, I said that day before in basic training, I said, if my girl sent me a letter that she wanted to divorce me, then if she sent me another letter, I won't even open. I'll tear it up. I swear. Oh my goodness! The next day, a letter came, and I looked at that letter for 5 minutes, and I'm saying to myself, "Oh man, I cannot just lie like that," And I was going to give it to one of my friends in the Air Force. It was at Lackland Air Force Base. I joined it in 1986, so it would have been somewhere in '86. His name was Smiley, real cool, bro. And I was going to give it to him and tell him to tear it up, but something said no, open it up. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I can't be, you know, a sucker. You know what I'm saying? And something said, open it up. So I opened it up and read it, and it pretty much said that she thought I was messing around. And one of my friends, one of my brother's best friends, back in Venice, him and her, they all went to the same school, and I guess she must have ran into him, and they were talking and stuff. And he just she said, "Hey, Ralph is I'm not going to marry Ralph or something like that because he was." I'm not. She shared that she was talking about me and that she wasn't going to marry me because she thought I was messing around in the military, and or when she was gone. And then he said to her, "No, Ralph wasn't messing with anyone, but me." At that time, I wasn't even chasing women anyway. But women did come to me, and I did turn down a whole bunch of women that came to me, because I was like, I wasn't really into all that sex stuff. I mean, I liked it, but man, my mind was on so many other things. I wasn't even thinking about that school and partying. And I like talking to women, going out and hanging out with them and stuff, but actually going through the motions of having sex, and then you got to kiss her and tell. It was like, when you with a woman and you're having this dude right here. I don't know what he's doing, but he almost crossed right over into my lane, right next to me. I'm like, dude, man, pay attention. But what was I saying? But I forgot what I was saying. Oh man, Mark. But anyway, yeah. So I was all in. So when it comes to hanging out with a woman, there's two things you can do. You can hang there, chill, let her create all of the excitement. Okay, let her create all of that stuff. But then another thing that you can do is you can be the one to putting in all the work, making all the plans and all that stuff. And I learned earlier, man, my mama told me something. She said, when you make love to a woman, don't guess, ask. And that's what I did. And things worked out. My mama told me to ask. My mom, she I listened. So she told me about women because in the house, when the man is out of the house, it's not detrimental to, it's not bad for the boy, it's bad for the girl because she don't get to see how a man is. But when the mom's in the house and the boy is there, he's lived with her 18, 19 years, and your mama, his mama, is going to be the only woman that you will ever experience knowing everything about her. Everything. You're going to know secrets about your mom that your daddy ain't going to know. You know what I'm saying? Your mama gonna tell you all kinds of things. Your mama, when you're in the house, your mama is showing you what a woman is. Now she might not be the perfect woman, but she's showing you what a woman is. And guarantee you everything, every quality about herself is going to be in other women except for the height, the looks, the information they hold, the money they hold, and things like that. But all that other stuff is there. It's like in that movie Friday, when Ice Cube asked his mother, why you like that? He's weird. And she said, he's funny. And that goes back to what I was saying before when I told that lady, when black women used to ask black guys to make them laugh, the guys didn't realize that these women wanted to sleep with them. But they didn't want to say it, I want to sleep with you. Because if a woman walks up to a guy and say, hey, you're handsome, I want to come back to my house and lay with me, most guys are going to freeze up and they're going to say no. And I used to ask this. I did an experiment on doing this. I should do that again. But I did an experiment, which was like way before YouTube back in LA. I said, if a woman, and even out here, before YouTube, I started YouTube. I said, if you walk up to a woman and ask her to lay with you, and she said no, how would you feel? He was like, I'd be mad. And I said, but if a woman came up and asked you to lay with her, what would you think? What would you say? And they were like, ugh, no, I would think she's all these bad words. And I'm thinking, well, you the same thing. I said, come on, dude, you get mad because she turned you down. She'll say no. But come on, you got to think about it from her view. She don't know you, and she don't want your nasty old thing going up in her. When I said that, they laughed. And I said, and then the point is, even if you, when you enter a woman, you don't know what kind of bacteria or whatever is up in her or whatever. So just because you make that choice, don't mean that the potential of you doing catching anything is going to decrease because you're making a decision to choose, instead of her. You know what I'm saying? And these guys say, "Oh, I never thought about that." I'm like, well, you guys been living there. So anyway, so I got this headache, and I realized right then and there, the spirit said, "Man, listen, you are not that type of guy that need to be chased with. The women always come to you. So if your wife do this, whatever, just let her do what you do. You got more important things to do than to worry about who she messing with. Plus, we were in the Philippines, and you can't make your wife go home, and you can't divorce her. So it don't even matter what you think. That was the policy in the government in the U.S. The Filipino government. There's no divorce at that time. And so a lot of people out there was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So I said, okay, fine. I didn't care. I'm telling you, it got to the point I was going to work. Whatever my wife was doing, other people found out, and guys are coming and telling me, your wife did this and this. And I'm like, dude, I don't need to be you telling me what she's doing. She already telling me because we were cool. She was telling me everything she did. We were like buddies. You know what I'm saying? We did have some kids, beautiful kids, and our relationship is still good. She still got a little flare ups and stuff. Not arguing, but she was just always like that. You know what I'm saying? Just really outgoing, aggressively outgoing, but not in a bad way. And so she's still like that. So when me and her talk, I'm like 3 years older than her. So I just treat her like she my little sister when we hanging out and stuff. And I just let her talk. I might as well just let her talk instead of me saying something because I'm being entertained. But the whole thing is, them guys would tell me that, and I'm like, dude, I don't need a report. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you that, it didn't help me or anything because I already knew that. But when I did get upset at her, the first time I found out, and the next door neighbor told me it was a white girl, she quote unquote supposed to be a racist, which I don't know why would she even tell me that. But uh, but after that, I got to thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, in Venice in the mid 1980s, from maybe 83 to till I joined the military at Venice Beach, I was a very popular dancer. I had all my dance contests I won. The most fun one I had, I was walking from Santa Monica Beach back to Venice Beach, and um, some of the Venice Beach dancers were there, Michael Jackson dancers, pop lock break dancers and stuff. And they all said, Ralph, Ralph. No, my name was Fresh. Fresh, Fresh, come Fresh. I'm like, what? And they said, you got to save our reputation. I'm like, what happened? And they said 6 women had a dance contest against them and won. And I started laughing. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be dancing against no 6 women and stuff like that. They said, no, it's about Venice. It's this. And I didn't want to do it, but I said, okay, fine. So I walked over to them, and they had a manager, this bro, and it was 6 sisters. And I was like, what's up? And they said, oh, what do you think you do? You think you can beat us and stuff? And I'm thinking to myself, like, dang, that's kind of rude. At least should have replied and said hi and stuff. I said, yeah, we could dance. And they said, okay, you go first. I said, no, no, no. If I go, you can do. And then they all start laughing, oh, you can't beat us and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, just you go first. It's 6 of you. I want to see what all y'all can do. Six, them. I told him. And they all laughing, no, no, no. I did one dance move because they promised. After I do my dance move, even if it was good, they were going to dance. I said I did that dance. When I finished, my friends were like, yeah, yeah. And they all 7 of them, the manager and the 6 women, just turned around and walked away. In Venice during that time, I wasn't like big head or anything, but I just had skills. But I was conceited, but I talked to anybody who come to me and talk to me, and I'll listen. So I wasn't rude, but I was conceited though. I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know. I guess that's because people are just like in school. When I was in at uni high, was this one white girl in the gym class, PE class, and she was beautiful, really tall, like maybe 5'11", 5'10", just beautiful body, nice memory glands, just huge, just really pretty and stuff. And I was the virgin tail right before I turned 20, so nothing didn't happen. And so during the PE class, it was the first time I ever saw her. We'll do some activities, we'll sit down, and then she'll come sit right next to me and start kissing me on my cheek. And I'm like, dude, what the heck you doing? Because back then, I was talking like a white boy and stuff when I wasn't in Venice. I'm like, dude, what you doing? And she like, huh? And I'm like, stop kissing me. And then we'll go do something else, and she would do it. So about after a few days, I got kind of irritated a little more, and I told her to stop. And then I started telling the other students to stop, and they were just laughing. Then I told the teacher to tell her to stop, and she didn't say anything because everybody thought it was funny. And then about 3 weeks went by, and that girl was still kissing on me. And I wanted to go tell the principal, I mean the dean, but I'm thinking like, I'm like almost 6'2". I was in a gymnastics team, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like twice as big as I am, muscle bound everywhere. Just imagine me going into the dean's office saying this girl in PE is kissing all on my cheek, and I want her to stop. And they kicked me out that school so darn fast, and I'm like, oh wow. So it was funny. It was funny. So I tolerated her kissing me until that whole semester. I met her a little later after I had got married, had my second son, and in Westwood by the LA Federal for the VA Center in LA and stuff on Wilshire, and in Westwood, what they call it LA, I guess, but we call it Westwood. But anyway, and I met her. And we kind of talked about it a little bit and laughed and stuff. But I'm telling you, I was clueless. I had no idea why she was kissing me. I never thought it never occurred to me that she liked me, that she would date me. Maybe I was attractive because a lot of sisters did say I have a nice voice, and a lot of women did say I was handsome and stuff like that. But I just didn't grow up around that stuff, and I was more like a Bible freak and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Preaching the word, going down to Venice, witnessing and stuff. At 16, 7, 15, 16, and 17, 18 years old until I went to Cleveland. And my uncle kind of like, yo, dude, you got to wake up and show me what life was about. I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? I was barely staying in the Bible and stuff. But so that's what happened to me. And so just going through that, it really developed a lot. So when my wife, second wife, she was messing around, third wife, she did what she did. I didn't care. The second one, she asked me to marry her. I didn't want to marry her. Japanese lady and stuff. This dude looked like he driving like right against the wall. Man, that is crazy. So anyway, she asked me to marry her because we were hanging out, and I went and asked her to help me with that suit, hiragana, and she helped me about 5 minutes, trying to hit two. And I said thank you, and I was getting ready to get up, and she put her head on my shoulders. Next thing you know, I'm here talking to y'all. What I'm saying? And that was my second marriage, right? No, that was my second. Next thing you know, I'm in Japan, and I'm like, what happened? How did I get here? Just 5 years, and then I moved to Wakayama because this one girl I met, and I was at what was I at? I went to me and my second wife. We lived in Nagoya. We came to Wakayama for business. During the break time, I took a lunch, so I was walking around looking for new customers. I went to this one clothes store where they used to sell what was that, used Western clothes and stuff, and like T-shirts and stuff, American clothes and stuff that you get from Salvation Army and the Salvation Army, and they would like we might pay 50 cents for them at a swap meet or a dollar. They were spending like 45, $75. I was like trying to get my friends to get in and send me some stuff, but who gonna believe? In the States, who gonna believe? If I say, yo, man, that shirt that you don't wear anymore, send it to me. I can sell it for $50. I give you half. They ain't gonna believe that. And plus at that time, It was like bros were scared or people were scared to go to the post office anyway. So I'm just be going off tangent and just forgetting everything. But oh yeah, so basically, um, we made a lot of money. I went into this one store, talked to the guy, Korean guy, and we started doing business. And then um, I went back to Nagoya, and I was coming back every month, to resupply, collect the money, my part of the money and stuff, and of the sales. And he had this one lady working in there. That Japanese woman looked just like Alicia Keys. I am not lying. She looked just like Alicia Keys, the same colors, lips, eyes, and everything. I was like, wow. But I wasn't paying attention to it. There are a lot of beautiful Japanese women out here that look like sisters and these black movie stars and stuff, female movie stars and stuff. So I walked out, and then she came out and looked in the car and saw one of my friends, his girl, that begged me to bring her to Osaka, and I didn't even want to hang out with this girl because I met her at Sunsplash in Nagoya in the '90s, and I'm sitting there freaking by myself because I'm dancing. I always dance by myself. And for some, oh no, don't tell me I missed my stop. Oh, I missed my stop. Me, so I got to get off here. But why? Wait. I'm trying to think. Can I get out? So I'm sitting here talking and I didn't pay attention to the signs. Loop, 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 nope. We get off here. Da 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 da. And I gotta go backtrack. But now it's close. It's close to where I gotta go. So anyway, yeah, I swear I didn't see that exit though. Maybe that truck diverted me. And so let me see. Oh, so anyway, she comes straight over to me and she says, "Who is that girl in the car? Is that your girlfriend?" And I'm like, what the WTF? I'm like, heck no, that ain't my girlfriend. That's some girl that begged me to bring her up there. And she was like, well, I want to talk to you. I'm like, huh? And she said, like, then give me a number. I'm like, I don't want to give you my number. I was like that. I was like that. No. She said, just give me a number. You're always coming back up here and blah, blah, blah. And I can help you with the Japanese or whatever, even though the guy spoke English pretty well. And I'm like, whatever. So I just gave her my number. Then one day, a few weeks later, a month later, or whatever, my wife, me and her, we were about to get separated anyway. And so I just happened to look at my phone, saw her, called her. She said I can come down and see her that night, and I was like, okay, cool. I went down to see her and I have no idea where I am at. And I do not want to go up on a hill. So I am going to go down and I hope that I am not going the wrong way. Chio Doherty. I have no idea. Tempoza. Ah, Homachi. It looked like, I hope that kanji is Homachi. It's Homachi. Then good, I'm going the right way. I think I'm going the right way. And so anyway, I'm sorry about that. So anyway, this Osaka, that's a guess a highway. I forgot where it goes. Straight ahead is that goes to Kobe, Hyogo-ken. And over here, I think that goes to maybe, I forgot, where does it go this way? Well, it goes to Umeda. What's behind Umeda? I forgot. Anyway, if you go this way, it's Wakayama, where I came from. And go behind me is Nara. Oh, wait, so maybe it's Kyoto. Kyoto and Kobe. Wait, Hyogo-ken is this way, so maybe Kyoto. Yeah. Kyoto Ken is this way, maybe. But anyway, so I called the shit. I came down, went down, walked in the girl's house. She had bath water waiting for me. I touched that bath water. That stuff was so hot. And things, that's how I ended up in Wakayama because of her. And so I was staying at her house and she was never there. So I was pretty much there by myself the whole time and stuff. And it was, oh, now I gotta go up this hill. How much I want to go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And so, yeah, so that's how I get here. My life story, people think, oh, you did it. I'm like, no, I just show up and people just bring this stuff to me. It wasn't, ain't no way I was thinking about coming to Japan. I didn't even want to marry that lady, but one of my friends, he was a Nation of Islam. He said, if ever any woman ever want to date you, don't turn them down. If they want to marry you, don't turned them down. And I was like, wow, so that's what happened. It says only go that way. I just one way street. So yeah, and so that's how it is. So basically what I'm saying is, okay, now I'm sharing advice, but I I need to share advice, but it's not because I see a lot of these guys are messing up, and I've helped a lot of guys doing my videos. And I'm getting these messages from a lot of bros saying thank you for your videos. I got went to college, got degrees. A lot of them got rich and stuff. And recently I've been getting some more and stuff. People telling me to make more videos. I'm like, because I'm just busy doing my own stuff. And and then I just tell them, congratulations, you guys fulfilled my dream because my dream was to go to college and get 10 PhDs just for the fun of it, because I wasn't thinking about marriage, nothing. I was clubbing a lot, but it was that I forgot what music I was listening to. And then, and I wasn't really chasing them. But my thing is, when you guys are looking at me, I'm that guy who is on the other side. I'm the guy who the women come to. I'm the guy who don't have to go and talk to women. So that's why when like a lot of guys say, "Oh, you the man" and stuff, I say, "No, no, no, you the man because you're actually out there putting in the work to get the women. I just have to show up and get it. So who gets more credit? Well, the ones who have to put in the work and stuff, they're the ones who usually get the more credit than, like a rich kid, a person who's born with a silver spoon in his mouth versus a kid that came up from the bottom and created his own. So when I came to Japan, I had actually had a silver spoon, in my mouth and stuff. And my life was always like that. So I never had a problem getting women because all I had to do is just say, okay, yes, and that was it. So and I'm letting you guys know this too, that and I'm almost in my destination, but I'm letting you guys know that even though the things I'm talking about, I'm not coming from the experience of a guy who's have had trouble getting women because I did not ever have to get a woman because the women came to me. Even my I have associates and friends, male friends and stuff like that. And they think, oh, you don't have no game, and next thing you know, a bad finance woman come boom, talking to me, trade numbers, and that's it. And then like that one time that happened out in one of my friends, this Japanese girl came up, this woman came up, she was bad. I'm not lying, she was bad. And she came over and me and her was talking. We did our little thing. No more than 2 minutes went by, and she was all happy and giggly and all of this stuff. And then I stopped and continued with the conversation, you know. And he was like, "Yo, man, wait." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Let's finish this conversation." He said, "No, no, no, wait. Did you just see what happened?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, what? Wait. What just happened? I'm like, what do you mean, what just happened? He said, no, that girl came over and you act like nothing happened. I'm like, nothing didn't happen. And then he told me, I'm like, she just asked me for my number. Dude was like, Ralph, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. That was so smooth. And I'm thinking, like, what does he mean by smooth? And what is he talking about? And whatever. And it took me about a couple of years to understand what he meant because like I said, I didn't have problems with women. I've never ever have had ever had, oh man, I do not know why I am going. What street is this? What's that say? Man, I am definitely going the wrong way. I am definitely going the wrong way. Oops, I gotta stop. Oh, let me keep going. Shoot, I can't stop. Oh man, I am like totally lost now. I hate when I come out here and get lost. You know why? Because it's hard for me to find my way back. I guess I got to go back. Oh man, see, and my friends always tell me, "Why you always taking the same streets all the time?" I'm saying because I get lost, and when I get lost, it's hard for me to find my way back. Oh no, I am like so sad. Wait, that's true. Wait. Let me see. What's that? Tani Machi Sen. Ah, what's that? Wait, I gotta look at the map and see where I'm at. Man, oh wait, I put in there Sensabashi. Sensabashi. Shin Sai Bashi. I hate when I come out here. I always get lost when I don't when I oh man, I can't even put it in. Right. Oh man, I am so sad. Let me keep going straight. Maybe I'm going the right direction, but anyway, so basically, I forgot what I said, but basically, what I tell these bros when they come out here to talk to me and stuff, I give them game and stuff, but I tell them I am lost. This was that Nani Ue. Huh? Barpocha? Man, shoot. Man, I hate when that happens. I'm gonna have to go around. Oh, well, forget it. And I'm like, I'm supposed to have been there at 10. Wait, I've been up here, Tani Machi, Yon Chome, Tani Machi. I used to come over here. Bonds. Oh, wait, I think I'm going back to Osaka Fuku. Man, wait, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me put the station Shinsai. Wait, Shinamiya, Shinsai Bashi. Shinsai Bashi. Here's my nabby. So here's Shin Sa E Ba Shi E Ki. Da-da. Yes, okay, there it is. How far am I off? Ooh, no, I went the wrong way. Oh man, I hate when I do that. Whoa! I totally gone the wrong way. I'm supposed to be over here. Oh, okay, I just recently passed it. Okay, so oops, I can't go. It says keep straight, do a U-turn, and come back over here, but I can't do that because I'm in the wrong lane. So, oh, but it says, oh, I got to go back. Oh man, okay. It says turn right. Oops. Okay, so anyway, so listen, you guys. Oh, there's a message. The last Starfighter. Yo, bro, bring back Do You Love Black Man videos. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Why stop those? Once I start seeing them brothers going to the beach asking white girls they love black men and going to UCLA and SMC doing that smash and stash and I know they got that from me and doing all of that stuff. I was like, oh man, I gotta go. I can't even turn. I was like, nah, let me stop because what's going to happen? What I figure was going to happen is what's going on now. These guys are going to take what I'm doing, which was to say, hey, in my videos, I said, hey, go to school, get a degree, get a passport, travel around the world, and see that people around the world don't hate black men. Don't listen to what your grandmama and your mama telling you to do when you want to go overseas. Go. But before you go overseas, I bet I missed another turn. I said, man, I'm like way away. I have no idea. Just navigate. Oh my goodness, I'm so crazy. And I said, don't listen to with them when because people do love us. You go overseas and you're going to start seeing people who look just like you. And then I said, dang, is this a street? Man, it's a little bitty, teeny, tiny street. And I said, and then, but before you go overseas, if you're in junior high school, this is what you do to graduate, to study and graduate and go to high school. And then when you're in high school, this is what you do to study and graduate and go to college. And when you go to college, this is what you do to study and go to college. Okay. And the reason told everyone to go to college first and get a degree before traveling is you might like if you come to Japan, you might like it and you might want to stay and work, but because you don't have a degree, you're going to have to go back home and get a degree. But the chances of you actually coming back once you go home is going to be rare. So get that degree before you travel. Then I said when you come here, because at that time they didn't have video cameras, they had just digital cameras. I said bring a whole bunch of gigabytes, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. Let me read this real quick. The last stuff. You're right. You're one of the original passport, bro. 22. I try to. Okay, now I'm going into that right now, and then I said uh I said then when you come over here, bring a whole bunch of those microchips, those gigabytes. Take pictures of everything. Bring a bunch of business cards. When you're walking on the street, just talk to everybody. It doesn't matter, just talk because you never know who's a millionaire, billionaire out here. Try to do business with people because people will. Because back then, the bros that came out here, man, they were doing a lot of importing and exporting from the States and making millions of dollars, man. It was crazy. The Africans sending cars and people doing that. And when I was in Nigeria selling jewelry, this one guy, I forgot what country he's from, but he just liked me. He just said, hey, come and join me. He would have bought my dealer, um, wholesale dealer card and everything and show me the works. He was a millionaire, but I just said, no, I don't know why, man. But I guess for me being here talking to you, that's why. And so I told him take a lot of pictures, everything that you take a picture of, make a caption, go home. No, and then I said, see how the pieces here. And then in my videos, I'm sure you've heard me say it more than 1,000 times, maybe. Go home. Go home. The book that you have, publish it, put it in it, publish it and put it in the bookstore, whatever, sell it for $150. People will buy it. And then tell spread the peace that you've experienced here in Japan, spread that to your homies in your neighborhoods, and maybe it might encourage them to do better. Oh, wait. Chuo, Doherty, Fukuoka, Osaka, Port. I am like totally going in circles. Oh my God, I am the Apple. I mean, I've seen these buildings around it, and I should be so close, but uh, see, and people are like you always. The reason I always take the same streets is because once I don't go someplace for a couple of days, I'll just forget. And they're like, "Oh, you got a bad memory." I say, "No, that stuff is irrelevant for me to be keeping." So I just dump it into the save for later box and stuff. I don't people start laughing, but I did say go home, tell the brothers and people in your neighborhood about the peace, and maybe it might encourage them to, do a little better and stuff, and business and stuff. And that's what I did. So then, as years went by, the first person, it was his bro. He was in Thailand, and he was like, "Oh man, can I do your D Love Backman videos?" And at that time, I'm like, I can't stop you. I don't own it. Do what you want. And he sent me a few videos. It was not too much different than the ones now, except for it was back in the old days and stuff, so it kind of changed a little bit. And then, wait, this is telling me to go over here. Am I? Yeah, something's weird. Oh, it's telling me to go up on that bridge. Oh man, Homachi. Where's Homachi? That's who I don't remember. Ah, okay, now I think I know where I'm at. Okay, and so I was like, I don't care. And then there was this white guy. He wasn't doing like "Do You Love Black Man" videos, but he sent me a link to his videos where, oh man, I hope I'm going the right way. So anyway, he sent me a link to his videos where he was in, I don't know, somewhere in Asia. It looked like Thailand, maybe. It didn't look like Philippines. And he was, always with these six beautiful women, and they get out of a Maybach. And I'm talking about, this is when I first started my videos. He jumped out of a Maybach, or it looked like a Maybach anyway, limousine one, and it was really nice. And then they go up into a hotel and just drink, no sex or nothing like that. And then Lily, you remember Lily, the Korean girl? She started talking about black men, and she got my videos. Me and her chatted a couple of times and stuff. But I wasn't into the "Do you love black men?" and for the romance and stuff. I was just trying to tell bros that, hey, because the word love, I made a video about love versus like. You should check it out. But love is, people do things way quicker for someone they like than they do love. Love is like when you really, really down and out, then they'll come to you. But if they ain't like, if they doing good, they go hang out with the people they like and stuff like that. So and so that's why I use the word love, because it's um not as emotional, or I guess emotional is the word, like, and stuff like that, right? Because you can love your girlfriend but like somebody else, and who you gonna hang out with the most. Respect. I gotta roll. Okay, keep on doing your thing. Okay, thank you. Thanks for coming in. Okay, and I have another channel, subjects and verbs 1, 2, 3, 4 to infinity. If you can hear it, join that one. Because I need to get 50 subs so I can start doing some live grammar things to help them kids in the States do better. Well, whoever watches it anyway. Thank you. So yeah, so and just to continue and finish, I what's she? Oh, I gotta make a turn. Oh, I see. So I gotta go over here. Man, I don't like the way they build these streets, boy. You gotta stop it. One thing I like about Japan, though, is they train you to always be ready to stop on a dime. And the way they teach you wrong. So anyway, yeah, so I talked to her, but like I said, liking of is different. And I just, told bros, don't be scared to travel. When you travel, it's a trip. I went to Thailand, and they had this what was this thing called? This I don't know why they had me going down this side street phone. I swear. Where am I going now? I guess they give me a quick way from avoiding all the lights. And I went to Thailand. It was like one of the last times I went, when I was stopped going, right before I stopped going. And I finally took a chance, and I mean, got on one of those van tours they had out there. And then we went up in the mountains, and it was me, two young white couples, and this Indian couple. Kind of later find out he was a millionaire and stuff, and we traded information. Told me to come to India, I'll pay for everything. I never went though. But and his wife, and they sat in the back with me, and I'm thinking like, why they sit in the back with me? You know what I'm saying? And so we get out of the van. I took one step out, placed my foot on the ground, placed the other one next to it. Next thing I know, the chiefess of that village where we were at, she was right in my face. She took both of her hands, clasped them on my cheek, and started saying something. While she was rubbing my cheek or something. And in Thailand, I'm like literally black, like a tire. I was just that dark and stuff. And there's this channel on. Somebody took one of my pictures and put it on there. When I close my eyes, you can't see me, and I open my eyes, and I think you can see is my teeth and eyes and stuff. That video is so funny. But what happened? Let me think. What happened? What happened? Okay, I think I know what I meant now. Man, I done got all lost and twisted up and bunched up and stuff. And so I had let me think, where was I at? See how quickly I lose train of thought. And so so basically that's all it was just, do the videos, to get brothers to travel. And so the lady, she was doing that, right? And I'm thinking, I'm looking around at her village people are there, and you see these warriors and these women all muscular, and I'm like, I can't say anything, because if I say anything to disrespect, I'm getting my butt kicked. Ain't no way I would be able to beat them. And I'm looking at them dudes, and man, their muscles were all firm, and some were bald, and they all weren't short. And then the next thing you know, she did that for about a good 3 minutes. And I'm like, what's going on? And she takes my hand, and I'm like, what? And I'm shocked. And she takes me into, I guess, a temple or something like that. And I walk in, it was really huge, like a basketball court, but it was round. And in the center of it, it was this mound there, right? And so I'm like, whatever. So she took me up there and put her hands on my cheek again, on my cheeks again, and started saying something, whatever, her language. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, oh my God, I hope they don't sacrifice me and stuff. Because I'm waiting for somebody to come in there, because she took me in there, this big black Manila gorilla dude, in there by herself, and I'm thinking, her words, that somebody's gonna come in there, but she probably had enough strength for her. If I would have did something stupid, she would have. She slapped me, slapped the mess out of me. And so I'm thinking like, oh, where am I at? Osaka Station, Waka, Izubi, Osisisabashi. Okay. Okay, now I think I understand where I'm at. Okay. And so I was in there. We probably need a good 5 to 10 minutes and stuff. Then she takes me, oh, yo, one more question. What happened to AK? But he went back to the States a while ago. We talked a few years ago. He's back in the States and stuff. So I'm think he got John makes some good money. So I don't know if he'll be back, but yeah, he was cool, man. We had a bunch of interesting times and stuff. So yeah, but he out there in the States. But yeah, so we were there about 10, 15 minutes, and then she took me out right back to the spot where she picked me up at. And then I stood there. She turned to her people, said something, and they just started bringing these gold rings and chains and this one big old statue and all this silver. We supposed to go there to buy silver. She's just putting it all in my arms, and I'm just like, what? And I just stood there until everybody was finished and came back. I don't know how long it took them though, but I just stood there, did not move. Then we got back in the truck. I got back in the truck, and I said thank you to her. I don't know if she understood what I said, and I'm sure she probably did. And that was it. I mean, when she said something to people, and they start walking over to all those all silver stuff. I mean, just like pure silver. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? So that was a really, yeah, a really exciting experience. And so basically what I'm trying to say is like a lot of guys come out here and they want to hang out and see Harmac. And I'm like, I don't really Mac the women. The women coming back to me. And with this one guy was like, come on, show me what you do. So I just broke out my line app and walked over to this girl. I said, like, okay, can I have your line? And she's like, all right. And that was it. And they said, that's it. I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I ain't gonna sit at the time, what's your name and you show phone number, which your zodiac sign and stuff. I never did that. I tried that once when I was in Venice. That stuff was so whack. Them girls looked at me like, dude, man, we came to you to Mac to you. Why you not getting with the script and let us Mac to you and you start macking with us with that BS? After that, I just stopped. So if I go walk, if I see a woman, I walk up to her, I just say, hey, you look good, let's go do this and that. And they'll just say yes and no. And it don't, sometimes it might be a little conflict, but nothing major. But I'm just saying, sometimes they might say no and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Just go about my business. And you remember Ryan Boundless? Just to fit in the house. What's up? What's up? Hey, 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 all about that. All about your. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Wait. I'm about to park. And so, let me put this down. So I gotta go park. So let me reverse this. Bam. Okay, and I'm gonna put this here. Let me park. And so yeah. So what I'm saying is all this stuff that I'm telling you guys, I can do it, but I don't have to do it because I am that guy who's on the other side of that quote unquote game where I don't have to go and talk to women because women come and talk to me. And I love talking to women. Oh, it's such a fun. It's so much fun, but I don't have to. So, and because I don't have to talk to these women, then I can't really sympathize in a way of experience with a lot of these guys when they get turned down by the women, except for the guys that are married. And the thing that I share with them is the what is that thing? Is the divorce. But I cried. I ain't gonna lie. With my first two because I was leaving my kids and I didn't like that. But I got to go visit them even now. See yourself, and you're able to go see your kids when you want versus they're constantly there. So that's why I just tell you guys. All these things, like, what you thinking today, you ain't gonna be thinking that tomorrow. And remember that tomorrow is always gonna be now. One day you're gonna mess around, don't have no kids, and you're gonna realize that you weren't that guy. You didn't. You were probably, a lot of you guys are probably like me, where a lot of women come and talk to you, but because you're shy, and like I was, I mean, this one girl from Tibet, when I was out in Santa Monica, literally asked me to marry her, you know, and I didn't even know who she was. I was just in the English and the math, and I was really smart and stuff, and she just straight asked me to go out with her. We hung out. I didn't want to. I didn't want to get that woman my number. Only reason I gave her my number is because these two sisters, this one white girl and this one sister in the class, in our English class, got mad at me because I wouldn't give her my number. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, what's going on here? Why are you getting upset at me? If I were to ask her, and it's literally what I said in class, we went, it was like a 15-minute debate and stuff. And I said, if I were to ask her from her number and she said no, you two are definitely not going to get up and start telling her to give me her number. Why are you guys doing it to me? And I was so sad. And I'm like, trying to get with her like that. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Absolutely zero. And next thing you know, she came to me one day. She went, she had some business. We went and collected some money, which I know was a lot of money, and she just tossed in the back of her car. And I'm like, what? I said, you trust me like that? She said, yeah, no, you're not going to do anything. I just started laughing. And she, we was at, I think we was at school. I was going to SMC. And she said, I think we had just graduated, or just graduated maybe. I'm not graduated, but semester was over, something like that. Yeah, it was during some summertime. And she straight said, I told my father I want to marry you. What? And she said, my father said, if you marry me, he will pay for all your education and any business you want to start. And you know what I did? She took me home that day, one day. I looked at her and I said, if I kissed you right now, what would you do? She said nothing. And she was still a virgin. You know what I did? I got out the car. I said, okay, good night. I guess she was expecting me to kiss her, but I wasn't feeling her like that. Not that I didn't like her or anything, but I was just not really into dating so much. Now I did have intercourse and stuff like that, but it was like it was mostly them. I actually had this one sister, she was on my house and she wanted to do it, and I said no. And she literally grabbed me in the hair, like flipped me on the ground, started taking my clothes off and stuff. And of course, I can't fight back. I'm like, dude, what you doing? Dang, you don't turn me down. Why is this happening to me? But anyway, I just said, okay, goodbye. And I told her how to get out of Venice. So she don't mess around and go down the wrong street. But Venice wasn't really that bad, but it's like certain corners you go to. And, they not used to seeing whoever maybe, just in case. You know, and that was it. And I went to the military. Here I am. And when I went back to LA, after I finished basic training, the people who I was staying with, they said she was still calling me up to, I think I came back from the Philippines. So anyway, a couple of years I went by, and I went back there, and they said she was still calling up to 2 years after I was gone. But by that time, I had been married. I was like, what? Like, why would that girl have that kind of interest in me? And because I wasn't into Asian women at all. It wasn't that I didn't like them or anything like that. It's just that I really didn't notice them. Even though I went to Uni High, which is a popular school, and there were a lot of Asians there. And remember the Shinto family, Todd and But other cultures, talk to them and stuff. But as far as when you're looking at them and to the sisters, I mean, it was just like they were beautiful. I am not lying. They were beautiful, but it was just that soul, or it was just something just not there. You know what I'm saying? And I was young, so in 20, I mean, when I was in high school, of course, So it was something that wasn't there. So I didn't know what it was, but it was interesting. But all I'm just saying is, you guys better think about your own future. And just because other guys have bad situations with women don't mean you're going to have it. So don't just listen to what these people are saying, because, might one day you might wake up immature, and realize that, oh, and then it might be too late. But anyway, I got to go. Peace.